Hey everybody. Today I have a question that came to me last night. A couple of questions came to me. One, two, three, four questions came to me about things uh, that we could all stand to ask ourselves and look into. And the thing is, it also seemed like a really good way for us to do the impossible, which is sometimes impossible, which is to look inside of ourselves. Really look at ourselves for who we are and how people see us, because we don't see ourselves the way others do. We may see an absolute gem of a human, because we think we've portrayed that, and it's easy to kind of just forget about the ones that didn't see that side of us. Okay. Then again, we might see ourselves as just these incompetent, unaccomplished, worthless, no value to society type of people. And other people don't agree, and they think we have a lot of value because we mean so much to them. So, having said that, the question is one that will make you look inside yourself and make you wonder and confront you, because we aren't who we think we are. We are what other people think we are. What will they say about you at your eulogy? What will people say? More importantly, what will they leave out? That's where you need to look deep. They're going to say the awesome things. They're going to say the great things, the glorifying things. And I've been to a lot of eulogies where I'll hear someone speaking about the deceased person, and I know they're full of shit. And I'm listening to them going, oh, you so didn't feel that way. Wow. And I just can't stand the dishonesty. I understand the whole thing about, respecting the dead and all that. You didn't respect them when they were here. Why are you respecting them while they're gone? I mean, for those that have the negativity side. I watched a documentary recently. I think it was called Just Melvin, Just Evil, on YouTube here. And this man was just evil. He molested his kids, and he was just a rotten bad man. He had even killed someone and got away with it, and no one would prosecute him. So at his eulogy, when they were in the cemetery, the pastor couldn't control his kids. His kids were all fucked up, because of what he had done to them. So they were drunk and probably on drugs at the time. And his daughters are like putting it out there. They're putting it out there what a monster he was and what a piece of shit he was. And I thought it was great. I thought it was great. It was refreshing to me. This man didn't deserve any kind words. He truly didn't deserve none, period. The only positive thing they could say about him was he could work on cars really well. Okay, wow. So that's what he left. He left a few cars in someone's yard that worked well because he fixed them. We all leave a little bit of ourselves when we leave this world. And I'm not talking about our children. Some people don't have kids. So they've left a little bit of, literally, of themselves, their heart, their mind, their thoughts, with the people around them. What have you left? So you want to make a list. You want to make a list of the good things that people will say, the things they're going to leave out, and what you want them to say, what you would love to hear them say because of the way you see yourself. Because whereas we leave a little something of ourselves for others to bring with them into their world, even after we're gone, we take something away of ourselves that we hold dear. And we can easily, because, we're our own critic, we can either be our worst critic or our best, and some of those evil people I've met in my life just think the world of themselves. They just think that they're just these shining stars, and they are just not. They just, they mask it well. So this is a good way to look at you for what everyone else sees you as, because that's who we really are. It's what we've shown the world. Some people will be remembered for their charitable heart. Some people will be remembered for the best pie that someone's ever had in their life. My grandma, my Mima, one of many things that I take away from the time that I knew her was her chocolate cake. She had this chocolate cake that she made. And eventually, when she passed away, right before she passed away, the cake got weirder and weirder. We realized that she was making it from memory. The cake was great. It tasted awesome, but it was falling apart every year at Christmas or whenever she'd make it for a big get together. But it was great, you know, and it was so good. So they looked around and looked around for the recipe in every book she had. Nothing. They found nothing. No one could find it. So she took it with her. So that was something that she left with us, which was the memories of that cake and not the actual ability to make that cake, which is unfortunate. And I'm sure she would have wanted someone to know how to make that cake, but you know, we don't always know when we're going to go. And some people get their affairs in order. And that was one of her affairs. It seemed like a minor one, but it, you know, we all have to get our affairs in order. For her, it was getting that cake recipe to somebody, and she never did. So we all have this wonderful memory. Those who were fortunate to have it, of that cake, my Meemaw's chocolate cake, so good. And I was 16 when she passed. So I had 16 years of that awesome cake. That's one thing I take away from my Meemaw. And she was tiny, and she was precious. So what are people going to take away about you? What are they going to take away? Make your list. Look inside of yourself through someone else's eyes and pick yourself apart, because we are our best critic. Best in that we can critique ourselves and then we can fix it. No one can fix those things. And if anyone else tries to critique us, we're just going to get pissed off. So do that for yourself and look inside of yourself and decide what you want them to say, what they're going to say, and what they're probably not going to say. You know, what they're not going to say, that's the important part. What are they not going to say? And I'm sure that some particular person will come to mind when you're thinking about that. It could be an aunt or a cousin or an old friend or an ex-spouse, a sibling, whoever it is for you. Someone's going to come to the forefront of your mind when you think about that, because they're usually the ones that have the negativity. You know, you have the negativity with them, or they have it towards you. So that just goes to show that we are concerned about what others think. Now, if the first people that come to your mind are the ones who will glorify you, then you're probably a narcissist. A little bit, because that's not normal. That's not normal to immediately reflect on the people that are going to shine a radiant light on you after you're gone. We're going to be critical of ourselves and wonder about the ones who are probably not going to say the things they want to say. So that's my question. What will they say about you at your eulogy? And I would love to hear some feedback on this, because I think it's really interesting how people pick themselves apart when they have the strength to do it and be honest with themselves. Even if they don't tell anyone else the answers, they can use that as a tool to better themselves. It's never too late. I don't care how old you are. It's never too late to be better and fix the wrongs that you have. And again, this light is really bright, but I'm really trying to look directly into the camera. But you know, we learn through school. You know, we learn at school, and we, at the end of our years in school, we get a diploma, the certificate that says you've done it. You learned what you were supposed to learn. The criteria was, you know, you conquered it, the curriculum, you did it, here you go. That you're accomplished. This is what you've learned. Well, life is the same thing. It never ends. The learning never ends. And in life, we don't just learn like in a classroom, we teach, because we're teaching others through our experiences and our words and how we react to them. And our diploma at the end is symbolized through a death certificate. And what will that death certificate symbolize for you? You know, not just that you're gone. What are your accomplishments? What are your failures? What did you not fix that you could have? So, or at least try, you know, to fix, even if you couldn't. So look into that, make your list, pick yourself apart, fix you, even the minor stuff. Nobody is without flaws. I've got more flaws than anybody I know. But the difference between me and others is I actually try to work on mine. I confront them head on, and I don't hide behind them and slip them under the sweetness of a casserole. You know, I put them right out there. I don't give a fuck. So do your list. Thanks for listening in. Hit that red button down below and hang out with me some more. And thanks for listening to my shit. Everyone have a good day.